Okay, now what I'm going to do first here is I'm going to unload my VTuber here because I need all the resources I can get. And I'm going to do this here. I'm going to go some game PC. Okay, we're going to exit the throw-in software. The throws should be disabled now. Let me just bleep. Closed my eyes and did so. Okay, so I'm going to bring us over to Outbrk. The Discord volume, I'll bring that back to normal once we've gotten the Outbrk up and running here. Let me make sure Steam is running first. Outbrk will immediately crash if I try to launch it without Steam, which is dumb, but yeah. Yeah. Okay, I'm just waiting for Outbrk now. Oh my goodness. Paradox has a sale up to 90% off. Let me guess, City Skylines 2 is just 20% off.
Probably. Anyways, I'm sorry for ranting for like the past like 10 minutes.
It is 20% off. Oh, that's exactly what I thought it was going to be. Nope.
Anyways, I'm sorry for ranting for the past 10 minutes. Jeff's annoyed, angry, mad.
Oh, this society's got too many bloody problems right now. It's just not getting better.
Okay. I can't wait. I can't wait until Alberta leaves and then the next Civil War happens and it's Canada versus like Alberta.
Oh, I hope Alberta doesn't do this on their own. Like seriously, include all the prairie regions for Pete's sakes. And the Pacific. May as well include the Pacific, too. They're not happy with any of the leadership right now.
If anything, it would be Saskatchewan and Alberta leaving.
Honestly, I really wish that... What is this stupid thing doing?
And the reason why I say it would be Saskatchewan and Alberta leaving is because Alberta is... Saskatchewan's more angry than us, and we're like, it's not that bad. It's...
I liked how Saskatchewan used to operate. They had more autonomy. Back in my day.
Back in my day, I was able to be a bitch.
Alberta needs to do that too, but they're definitely not going to do that. Not with the with the current leadership. They're definitely not going to do that.
Well, Alberta's issue right now.
Not what Saskatchewan used to do. Surprisingly, like for having similar mindsets in some things, Alberta is still very much different from Saskatchewan. They have way too much corporate and state. Like, it's way worse than Saskatchewan.
Well, like, the reason why people don't want to leave...
Well, also, the separation thing, now is just not the time. Like, this would be a really bad time to do so. I'd foresee us being immediately... Any areas that separate are going to be immediately picked on by down south. The administration, not the. Again, I really need to emphasize this. At this point, I think the people in the administration are like two separate entities down there at this point, because the people down there are frustrated. They're sick and tired of all the crap that's been going on down there.
Well, the thing is, just like when we're talking about so I think a lot of Albertans kind of are like, I would rather join the United States than be a part of Canada.
And anybody who thinks that way, I'm not happy with them. Don't use your freaking brain. 51st state, get out of here. Anybody who suggests that, get out of here. Go move down there then. If you really want to become part of them, get out of here. Like, that's an opinion that I just absolutely despise.
Well, like, here's
I know everyone can have their own opinions, but people coming over here and thinking that it's like, get out of here. Get out of here. I don't want anything to do with the nonsense that is happening down there. Thank you very much.
So here's my thing is like,
I'm quite happy being Canadian. Yes. Like, yes, please.
So here's my thing, and this is just me saying my opinion. There are already people in Canada who clearly want to be a part of the States because all they do is bitch about the States.
Like, move down to the U.S. if you want to be part of the U.S. Just move down there.
Yeah, sure, 100% agree with you. Like,
also, hold on, the overlay's trying to activate on Outbrk, and I don't want it.
Okay. So
why are you asking me? It's because I had it off on my previous settings, and you turned it back on. That's why I turned it off.
So what I was gonna say was that like the reason, like, for me as an Albertan, the reason why like I personally would want to join the States is because less taxes. We have a government
less taxes.
That will actually we pay 40% in taxes. Our medical system is.
I don't think I pay 40% in taxes. No, I last checked.
As somebody who did a lot of driving, I paid 40% of my income roughly went to taxes last year. That is an estimate. When I worked remote, the reason why working remote was so good for me was because I was in my house all the time, and what I was paying more in power and stuff like that was bad. But compared to driving, it was like night and fucking day.
My resources are not exactly happy with Outbrk right now. I must have something running that I wasn't running before. Also, Outbrk is currently looking for Fireworks Mania. Let me fix that. Okay, there we go.
Yeah. So the other thing I was gonna say was that like we have been dealing with like the other thing is like Alberta as a province and a country has been dealing with. We've been dealing with a government that's been actively hostile to us, and like you can only take that for so many years before you go like, no, I am leaving. Fuck you, pounds in, and like I don't know if many people in Canada realize this, but
I think Outbrk's about to crash.
Probably, it wouldn't be surprising.
Oh no, it's just loading the world. Okay.
Yeah.
How are my resources doing? I'm not getting good vibes from how the desktop is behaving right now.
Okay.
So 97% GPU. Oh, 94. Yeah.
So what I was gonna say that like,
Ooh, what do we have here? We already have a pretty decent cell. Let me just. It doesn't have a solid. Section yet, so I might not chase this yet. But let me see here. It's not organized enough yet, so we'll see. Okay, what direction is everything moving in? I might just stay where it started me at. Getting a northeast kind of vector from this. Also, the game audio is actually on. Ooh, imagine that.
So the other thing I was gonna say that like the game right now is like if Alberta was to like secede, we would probably be better off. We'd have a military that actually wants to defend us, and the United States government, like unironically, would probably like we would be able to get our oil to the market a lot better. But unironically, because of the last election, Carney literally gave Trump like basically like some minor things that benefit.
We don't want to get too much into politics, but
yeah, and it's like I don't know, like every single time, like
you're dang dead.
That's some jelly.
Straight into a pool.
Yeah.
There was some paint in that pool, apparently.
Like, I think that, like... Yeah. I don't know. Right now, I'm like... Right now, the reasons for me to leave are more important than... Like I'm having people to ask me, like, why do I want to leave? And it's like, because I'm not happy here. Okay.
Yeah, I'd much rather we became our own if we were to do that. And I'd like it to be the prairie region.
Well, like...
This solo stuff, yeah, I don't know.
I don't think...
Not right now. Not now of all times.
I don't think the solo stuff is going to happen because I think that, like, I think that that's people being like, we should leave and do our own thing and make a poll with, we're gonna have strippers and stuff like that, and it's like
a referendum.
Yeah, we're gonna have hookers and blackjack and all of this stuff, and then you have people like me who are like, I just want a job and I want to be happy and I want to be able to live my life.
Well, the out there stuff is probably just rednecks being rednecks.
I mean, it is and it isn't. The other thing too is, like, you have to think about, like...
Okay, we're gonna set up here. This storm is beginning to develop a hook. Also, this is one of those terrible intersections here where I have to drive up the hill because there's no ramp. Some parts of this map are, something to navigate. Thankfully, I have an upgraded vehicle, so I can get away with a little bit of off-roading. As long as I don't hit a ditch. Which, there are a lot of secret ditches in this game, so... We'll just cut across here. Vroom vroom. At least we won't get stuck on a railing. I mean, it would be very difficult to get stuck on a railing like that again, I'd hope. I hope that's not a thing where it's really easy to get stuck perfectly balanced on a railing. That would be, interesting. That's how I wanted to cut that other corner, but the other corner there, my drift didn't work. My Mario Kart 8 on 200cc trying to drift, and then drift decides it doesn't want to work. Hey, console drift works. The controller drift works. Ooh. It's small but ferocious looking hail core there. We're gonna go to roughly where that target is. Every time I place down a target, the tornado always ends up going roughly around there.
No.
And right there.
Man, I can't wait to play Expedition 33.
I can't wait to play Fantasy Life. Fantasy Life comes out on the 21st.
Nobody cares about Fantasy Life.
We're gonna party up with that.
Nobody cares.
We've already got, we're already at least going to have a party of 3.
Oh, that's nice.
Quite possibly 4. And with as with any RPG, I'll probably end up being the caster. Oh. And there's no hook anymore. And the rotation is looking more squall-like.
Why do you want to like leave Canada? Stop talking to me. You're making me angry.
Some of the articles I've been reading have been making me read less articles.
Some of the people I've been dealing with when, like, I told people, like, well, like, I told my comic book store owner and my parents that I might be leaving. Because, like, when you go to game stores, you tend to become friends with owners. So I haven't told Roy yet, because I was like, I haven't told Roy, because I'm like, I'm not really ever at Roy's like comic shop, even though Roy is like awesome and I love him as like a brother, but like it's like I have no reason to go in there, Roy. I literally have no reason to go.
Ooh.
And it's like really shitty because it's like if I had the money, I'd go there. I don't have the money, so it sucks.
Yeah, and since I'm already probably gonna spend most of what I'm ever gonna spend this year. So.
Bingo, she does. Well, like somebody one time broke into Thunderground and they were like, they were stealing D&D stuff, and I'm like, oh, I think I know exactly who would fit that bill. Because it was a woman who did it, and I'm like, I know somebody who's a woman, and she's kind of psycho.
Who probably said a lot about D&D? I don't know. I wouldn't know. I'll make assumptions off of serious stuff like that.
Well, like the reason why I was assuming was because he sent a picture, so it's either a young man or a woman. And a young woman, if that. So it's like, meh. So
could be someone young, could be someone old. There's a lot of people who enjoy D&D out there.
Yeah.
I'm just jumping on the... You know what? No, I should not be doing this. I took fall damage randomly last time I tried jumping on top of the weather setup. It got mad. What's that? Okay, never mind. Actually, what is this?
A lawyer and
Trick of the Light. That is Trick of a Light. That's what that is. But there is some rotation starting to build up. Oh, was it changing directions? It is doing a spread out. Okay, it's sort of doing a spread out, so what we're going to do is we're going to head further south here. Does this line up with... Yeah, but it might jump again, so... Okay.
Cool teacher.
Headlights. No, not the right indicator. Wipers plus. Yes. That sounds like something you can equip.
Hey, look, I can
make it a sword. Oh my goodness, that'd be a great joke weapon. You know what? Oh my goodness. The next Fire Emblem game should do that. That should be one of the joke weapons. A wiper blade.
Oh man.
That'd be great.
I mean,
upgrade my wiper blade to maximum, make its critical hit rate high. Get some criticals with my wiper blade.
The wiper blade's only advantage is that it's very critical. Anyways, I'm gonna go take my dog for a walk because she hasn't gone for all day. And I'm gonna drink some water. Yeah, and then I'm probably gonna start streaming around 10.
Okie dokie. I will probably be off by then, so I'll at the least be able to
watch,
work,
and be like, no, you have to.
And be like, be like it's YouTube. I don't like chatting on YouTube streams.
You have to say
even the YouTube channel I moderate for, it's like I don't really like talking very much in that.
You have to go on there and you have to be like, I hate everyone.
It's weather though, so at least I know what I'm talking about when I'm talking there.
That's it.
All right, we'll see you later. Oh, there we go. We just got tornado warned on this cell heading over here. Hopefully it doesn't short notice us. Oh, nice and close lightning strike. Hey! It's not registering yet, but it'll register. We gotta take a picture quick. It might actually become a tornado. Oh, I don't like that. I am getting the impression that it's going to spawn close. We'll get that little leeway that the game gives you. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Why am I even setting up a probe here? See where it's moving? If it says tornado, we move away from it. Take advantage of the, okay, it is heading the direction I thought it was heading. Or is it? Don't forget to change your game. Ooh, yeah. Can I pause? I don't think the game actually pauses when I do that. Tornado! Okay, now I can see where it's moving. It is definitely not moving towards us. It is moving the direction I thought it was. Okay, let me actually change the game here. Off-season. I changed the title and not the game. Wow. Let me make sure I change the game. Also, we have the probe deployed. I should probably just, Oh, hey! There it is! We're not going to be able to intercept that because it appeared... It's changing direction. Move away. If we're lucky, we might catch the edge of it on the probe. But I don't think so. It does look like it wants to change direction a little, though, so we're just going to move a little further away just in case. Now I can't see it at all because we're in a hail core. Thanks, Hemlock. I think it actually changed, but let me make sure it actually... Oh, yeah, it actually changed. Good. It likes to not change sometimes, so I've always got to give it a double check here. And... Awesome. I don't know where the tornado is, but sure, I'll take a picture of it. I think I can only tell on the radar. Now, let me pick up the probe here, because we're going to need to move. Ah, there we go. Now I can see it. And because we were able to get it in its funnel cloud and its tornado state close together, we have a rough idea of what direction it's heading in. So it's already past here. Oh, there's a gap here. This might actually intensify really quickly. And the cone's pointing this way. That's suggesting it might change direction. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to head to here. We might need to do some off-roading to actually get over there. So let me just... We got to off-road far enough away from the tornado here so we don't run into it. Also, we got to watch out for ditches. Just going to slow down in any areas that look like drop-offs here. And we're going to need to approach from here, where there's a little bit more of a hill that I can actually go up.
Thank you.
Rios, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome on in. A little bit of off-roading here. Love this game? Oh, heck yeah. Have a good lurk. Have lots of fun. If we still have visual on the tornado, we can report it again. Let me just get on to this road here. We're doing a little off-roading. Push as well. Love push game. Love tush game. Yeah, alright. My goodness. Okay, we've reported it again, which should give us an idea of... Yeah, it is pushing a little more eastward. Also, chasing it this way is not going to work. That's a very unfortunate direction we have for this. So it's heading, like, about this way. Hold on, let me just... Right where there's no roads. Very nice. Oh! If it's actually going that direction, we might be able to chase it here. We got to be really careful because it's going to cross that same road twice. which means there is a significant risk that we might actually run into it, or we might end up getting chased by the tornado. So let's head on down, figure out some things. Ooh. Those purple flowers on the side of a ditch, apparently those are considered pests here. They're considered a problem plant, apparently. But I've seen them in so many places, it's like, if we really need to put some effort into minimize them, yeah, the wildflowers. The purple ones in particular. They look nice, but apparently they're a really bad pest over here. One of those takeover kind of plants. And I'm pretty sure it is in the weed family. Apparently around here. I don't think they're as dangerous as hogweed. Hogweed is a particularly dangerous one because the substance it produces, it increases your skin's vulnerability to... Oh, we are heading down the wrong road. Oh, no, 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 no. No. That is not the road we want to head down. Most things that grow naturally are weeds. Yeah, I guess if we want to consider grass. Yeah, I suppose grass is a weed. Maybe. I don't know. The hogweed in particular, that one I know is on the invasive plant list. Chokes off other plants, and the chemicals it produces by you like rubbing on it or whatever can cause the sun to burn you. Apparently you're supposed to report any sightings of it so that they can get rid of it. Not sure how fast they actually end up getting rid of it, but... I've seen these on occasion, so it's like... I've seen them often enough that I wonder if they really get rid of them. We are about to catch up with what looks like the location of the tornado, so... I mean, I don't see anything straight ahead, but once we go around this bend here, we should see, possibly, where it is. We're now in the tornado warning zone. I think I see it faintly over there. It's a little difficult to tell. It might be rain wrapped. Ooh, I don't like this. I'm slowing down. I don't like this. Okay, where is it? That's not it. Where is it? Did it go up? Ooh, I'm not a big fan of this scenario. Okay, let's get past here and hope that we don't run into a rain wrapped. Get me back on the road. I need to be able to get out of here if I'm suddenly attacked by a tornado. Okay, we made it past. I didn't like the rotation signature that we were heading right past. I thought there was one on the ground, but apparently not. Okay, we're at this point here. Let me just stop us, and let's just get a better idea of what's going on. Nothing. Or completely rain-wrapped. Let's check the reflectivity here. Oh, that's hail. Why? I should have looked at reflectivity. I'm chasing something that doesn't exist. That is all hail-induced rotation. I'm still going to pursue this storm in case it redevelops a hook. Just based off of its behavior, it looks like it's been producing a hook, losing a hook, producing a hook, losing a hook. Here, we'll pretend we're actually following the rules and of the stoplight. This is not a very good storm to chase. You know what I haven't gotten in a long time? A wall cloud. Why am I not getting any wall clouds? Wall cloud. I'd like a wall cloud, please. Thank you. Wall cloud. Signature's getting pretty strong. Let me move ahead a block here so we're not in the hail core. Thankfully, we got a little bit of grid happening here. It's struggling. Now we got another section opening up down here, and that section is closer to a hook. So I might end up tracking that instead. And if I am to track that, apparently this is closer to... Oh yeah, look at that. Oh dear, how close is that? We're not going to have the wind suddenly spike up here, are we? Might be a bit of a long shot. We're going to do this. We're going to back onto the previous road here. Oh, we're going to back into the hail course so that we can't see it at all. Yeah, that sounds good. Where is it? Where are you, Missouri Tornado? Get me out of the vehicle? Can I still report this? Nope, it's under a veil of invisibility. Yay! Oh, I love that. I should have reported it as soon as I saw it. Okay, I think it's north of here. No hail. No hail allowed. Okay. Okay, didn't touch down here, otherwise we would have seen some fallen debris. Ooh, ooh. Might be an RFD. Let's not move too close to this. Rear flank downdraft. Rear flank downdraft. I don't know where it is. I just know that we're sort of close to it. We've had the wind spike up a few times here. '58's fine. We can deal with 58. I think we've gotten past it. If we can get out of this hail core, we might actually be able to see it. This one's a little more tricky to chase after. Okay, now that we're totally out of this for now. Oh, why, hello there. Where are you going? Okay. You are heading towards here. Based on where it is, we should be able to get an intercept set up. I'm going past the usual 9 o'clock, you might notice. Which is fine, especially when Saturdays becomes the one day a week I stream. I'm considering making Saturdays longer. Just because it's the one, it'll be the one day of the week that I stream. We're gonna head up to this target here, which unfortunately there's a bunch of trees here, so it's gonna be difficult to tell where the heck it's actually going. And hope that we can get an intercept here. Very skinny too, very skinny tornado. I think this tornado needs a bit of a high-calorie diet. Well, it started changing direction. Okay, it's continuing to go that direction. So what we're going to do here is we're going to back up. I don't want to back up too much because the tornadoes in this game like to go back and forth sometimes. Okay, back up a little more. But not too much. Just a little more. Okay. We're placing it, and we're out of here, right? That looks like it's going to be a direct hit. So now we're going to leave. It is getting bigger. It is also intensifying as it moves towards us. So let's move up here. We're going to move to the end of this rural block, and then we're going to watch it pass. And there'll probably be a whole bunch of hail waiting for us when we go to pick up the probe. Because that's how the hail works at a lot of these storms. Also, let's get another picture. And we still got about 17 seconds before we can report this again. Alright. The trees will tell us roughly how close it is. Like whether it'll hit the probe or not. I want the southernmost trees getting whipped around here. Oh yeah, probe's picking up on it alright. 5,500, 6,800, 6,900. Nice. And that's what it's gonna be. Thanks, Krista, for blessing us with the 6,900 probe value. Don't take that out of the context. Okay. Whoa, 109. Okay, we're backing away. Back up. Okay, right about there. I like keeping it... That's why I love having the ability to see what the wind is here. Tells me whether I need to back away or not. Well, I don't think we're going to be intercepting down that road. Looks like it's about to cross that road, and it's getting bigger, so... The radius in which it's going to allow us to even exist near the tornado is not very generous when it gets big. Okay. Nice intercept. Apparently that was just a good. It's because it didn't hit 7,000. I think 7,000 is the optimal threshold. Okay, so we do want to intercept this a second time. However, I think we're going to have to go over here to do so, and we can't use the road we're approaching because the tornado is riding down that road. So we're actually going to have to head up an additional rule block here, and then take a left. Also, hey, we're taking some hail damage. I still don't think we're going to take enough hail damage to get the window shatter achievement, but I've tried going through some of the worst hail cores and still did not get that achievement. It's actually difficult to get that. And then for a number of investigations, I had a hail-proof vehicle, so can't get the achievement with that. But yeah, this vehicle is not hail-proof. That is a nice signature, I gotta say. And I'm not just saying that because of the intercept value. Oh. Oh. Yes, we cleared it. That tornado warning has ended. There it goes. We're just passing it right now. By the way, let's take a moment to take a picture and report it. Gorgeous. Okay. Gorgeous. Oh, you know what? Hold on, we might actually be able to intercept here. Or close to here. Let's get an assessment here. If we move forward a little, we might be able to get an intercept on this. We gotta be careful, we don't have very much generosity with the tornado's distance. Did you see that? Did you see that bullshit? I'm just placing the probe down here and hoping that we actually get something. I'm not turning around at this point. By the way, I did read the end of April developer update, and they do plan to address that too. The more realistic tornado behaviors. That is something on their to-do list. So that sudden shift in direction, that's something they plan to address. Which is good, because that's bothering the heck out of me. Tornadoes don't suddenly change direction like that. Let's see if it gets close enough to for us to actually get a probe. It might not because of how violently it shifted. Oh, no. No, our probe was just barely in the wind radius. Enough to get 3,100 out of it. Oh, 3,200. Okay. It also appears to be rapidly weakening now. What's its shape here? It's got a good shape. It's heading for Prairie Hills here, so... Is it far enough away that I can go collect the probe? Because we gotta move to Prairie Hills. 69 kilometers an hour. Again, nice. 93! Yeah. As I start seeing it hit severe threshold, and I'm like, yeah, I don't want to get too much closer. Okay, we're good. Like, when it went over 100 there, like, ooh, backing off. And as is tradition, as soon as our probe gets something, we have to go through the annoying hail. Okay, so we're gonna head to Prairie Hills this time because it's heading there. Prairie Hills is a pain in the arse to get to. Oh, and let's re-report the Tornado 2 when we get the chance. We'll probably get that chance at the end of this road. Should be out of the hail core by then. If not briefly. Yeah, we're out of the hail core. Never mind, there's nothing to take a picture of anymore, apparently. Alright, let's continue to head to Prairie Hills. Still got a pretty strong rotation signature here. Yeah, it'd be cool if we had at least 4 people to multiplayer with. Because then you can actually do private lobbies. You need a minimum of 4 people. Which is sort of annoying. I gotta say. And I think they did that because they have a matchmaking system, and if they didn't have that threshold in place, then the matchmaking system may not have anybody. Or it may lack people, and it'll never end up finding somebody. But I mean, they've got a failsafe for if the matchmaking system doesn't find anyone anyway, so... like, why not? We're gonna fuel up while we're here. Oh, hello there. Alright, where are you going? Well, north of us, apparently. Well... really? Well, north of us? On this vector? If I went off of this vector here, it would get close to us. We're going to have to intercept up here. If that's the case. So here, now we got all fueled up here. Let's get the engine back on. Yeah, this time I'll pay for the fuel. We're not leaving this investigation yet. We still got a interesting tornado to pursue here. Let's try and get ourselves into the intercept range of this one. I'm not sure if this is the same one. It may have lifted and came back down. Might be the same one. No idea. I know it's the same cell. Oh, this is not going to be a fun place to collect the probe from. Where are you moving? Moving north, apparently. Just a little, though. Can you let me in my vehicle? Thank you. What do you mean I can't enter the vehicle from the back? That's the best way to enter a vehicle. Still moving north. I'm gonna head to the top of this very slight bend in the road here. And we'll see what we get from there. Or maybe not right to the top because I don't want it hiding behind trees. Now I can't even see it again because it's getting a little ropey. Don't dissipate. Do not dissipate. Do not dissipate. Stay. Stay. Come back here. Get back down here. Hey! Get back down here this instant. Right now. Tornado. Get back down here. If it stays like this, that'd actually be extra scary because I think it's heading towards us. No. See, the label disappeared. It's going away. Boo! Okay, well, why is it go? Oh. This is still a very solid hook. It might drop again. Oh, dear. Also, where the heck are the wall clouds? Do the wall clouds not spawn in these scenarios anymore? I've gone so many chases without getting the wall cloud picture. And most of the tornadoes that I've seen in IRL had wall clouds associated with them. Like, is this a wall cloud? Okay, rotation signature's getting a little weak. But the hook is still there. Well, if the rotation signature goes past here, then I'm going to have to go, like, roughly over here. Well, hold on. Oh, you know what? We might be sitting at an intersection soon. I'm just going to mark the spot ahead of time. Some of you are now in ads, so... Well, you're not missing anything. You're just missing the tornado being disappointing here and dissipating even though there was a solid hook. Yeah, it might reform. We still got some... the hook's looking a little small. Yeah, still got a little bit of energy to work with. Yeah, the signature is going past here, so... Hold on. Let me just make sure... We don't have any pictures. Okay, cool. We're gonna head to the next chase location, which is unfortunately very far away. Not enough roads. No, this is not the intersection I'm looking for. There is no right turn on this intersection. Right turn does not exist. We are looking for the intersection where right turns exist. Whoa, now slow down there, buckaroo. Okay, we're gonna we're gonna turn here. Ugh. Okay. Yeah, still not much of a hook. We're just gonna go way ahead to this intersection here. And from there, we can determine whether we need to head down the, down south or not. Depends on if a rotation signature will even pick up again. Vroom vroom. Alright. We're gonna station ourselves right around here. There we go. Bongo Cloud. Apparently it's far away. But it's reportable, so we can get a position on it. Yeah, that's about right place. That looks about right. Oh, yeah, look at that. Rotation's picking right back up. Good thing we stationed ourselves here. This has been touch and go for a while. Welcome back from Mads, everybody. Looks like we're starting to see some action from the storm again. We've just repositioned ourselves. We might have to actually head back down the road we came from because the vector that I'm getting here is suggesting it is aiming back here. So we're going to turn around. And we're going to see if we can get an intercept on this. Despite this being a pretty bad place to intercept, look at how hard that tornado is to see. Like, check out our reflectivity. That is not... This is not going to be fun to intercept. Also, it is now a tornado. Let me see if I can get it reported again. Not a tornado, apparently. These visibility clouds are really annoying. They should add bonuses if we intercept the rain-wrapped tornado. Ooh, now it's looking very clear to me. Okay, we're gonna stop right around here. We don't want to head too far anyways, because there's a hail core ahead. Oh, lovely. It's going to cross over here. And we're not going to have enough time to intercept it because it is now suddenly deciding it really wants to head north. There's no way we're going to be able to safely intercept this. Okay. Yep. We're just going to take some pictures and admire then. It's already about to cross the road here, so there'd be no point in trying to intercept it. We don't want to lose our 6900 or 6900 intercept. It's too nice to lose. Actually, we got 2 intercepts under our belt. We did get a fair grade one too. There it goes. Alright. Well, if it's insistent on heading that way, also... Nasty hail core and... it doesn't look bow echoey yet, but, oh. You know what? This other storm here, which looks like it's right in the frontal line, might be about to eat up this storm. So we might not get another intercept out of it. Even the tornado itself looks like it's weakening, so... Yep, it's closing. Mind you, this one's been jumping a lot. Let's take a picture before it becomes invalid. Yep, there you go. Just need to point that the tornado just left. Also, we're gonna... Oh, yeah, the chase is ending. Okay. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get a new spawn out of this then. You know what? Let's drive straight into the hill core. Right? Let's see if we can get that shattered window achievement. Well, probably not, because I don't see any aqua color in the middle of that purple. Let's head back to Prairie Hills, and let's see if we can get any hail that'll shatter a window. You only have to shatter your window once to get that achievement, so... As you can see, the visibility is getting really bad. I have to look at the map here to get a rough idea of when to slow down. I've been through rain clouds with visibility like this before. You just pull over for those. Don't entertain being on the road when torrential rain falls. Famous Saskatchewan rainfall. Because I was in Saskatchewan when I encountered that fun event. That was all? We drove through the hail core. Apparently that was it. I'm not gonna get a shatter window achievement out of that. I guess we were driving against it too, so that'd be why we didn't encounter it for so long. Okay, we're gonna head to the fuel station. We're gonna get fueled up. You can't tell where that is on the map because I am at maximum zoom out, and fuel stations don't show up when I have it maximum zoom out. I have it at maximum zoom out. See? I can translate from English to English. So it's still in for now, but I'm pretty sure they'll get rid of it. It's too easy to do. If you fuel up, leave your vehicle, and then once your vehicle is fueled, you leave the chase, you don't pay for that. However, don't rely on that to save a tiny amount that it saves you. It really doesn't save you that much. You see, my vehicle was mostly empty when I did the first fuel up, and it just cost 125 out of the 15,860 we earned. And the other was me off-roading, which caused some vehicle damage, and the hail probably costs a little bit of damage too. If only it was this easy to turn a profit as an actual storm chaser. So, maximum wind speed recorded, 259 kilometers an hour. That was probably from the 6900 intercept. But we did get 2 intercepts. So probe data is a total of 10,424. Nice. Very nice. Also, this is why you take pictures of tornado pictures too, because they're actually worth a decent amount. This best one here was worth 201 just for one picture. Adds up pretty fast when you take a bunch of tornado pictures. Oh, right. I did go a little later than I usually go. I'm going to take a look at who to send. Nah, I don't want to hear myself. Whenever I navigate to another page, whenever I navigate to my channel page, I'm like, nah. Drive me nuts if I hear myself. Also, hold on. One person left, so why I still have that 2 people thing. We only have 1 person with us now. So let me make sure I properly reflect that. Okie dokie. You know what? I think it's been a little while since we've sent you over to Dead Sun, who does some freaking amazing 3D art. And also, another interactive stream. Like, this is another stream. We were talking about Udon's stream earlier and all the unique channel interactions. Dead Sun, that's another individual who has a lot of the interact with the streamer things. So, we're going to get that started. Once I remember that Firebot is on here. And also, once we return to the just chatting screen, here, I'll bring back my character just so I can actually, like, talk to you for a bit here. But, Sure, you know what? I'll start up the throwable software too. The throw-in software just just for the outro. Alright, yeah. And that's already the correct hitbox right there, so I'll leave that there. Wait for my character to load up. There he is. There he is. Hello, everybody. Okay. And that will enable the throws if you want to do a last-minute throw. I think it's still set to bell. Okay, good. That did not reset what the throw was set to. Changing characters actually changes it back to throw random. Because now, when you change to Krista, I want to make it so that you can't have it set to throw Krista at Krista. I know Krista appreciates that, but throwing Krista at Krista is a time paradox. Even though throw random can still roll Krista, so I guess it's a bit of a mitigation to avoid time paradoxes. Krista plus Krista equals danger. All right. I'm going to send you guys off to Dead Sun here. Let me get that started. Congratulations on the top 3 on the passive race. You will get some extra gold pieces to play around with. And you can use those next stream for sound commands and all that. Again, all the sound commits are now found on the website. So if you actually go !commands, it'll actually show the command guide there. And there's the Firebot one too if you guys... if the website performs too horrendously on your mobile device, like if the font is too hard to read, you can go to the Firebot one too. That one still works, it's just that link is temporary. Alright everybody, I'd like to thank you for joining, whether you're here in parts, whether you're active, whether you're lurking or somewhere between. It's all greatly appreciated. First raid message there, that is for subs. But if you don't have a sub, we got a message that anybody can use, and that's just underneath there. So feel free to use either or for those. Next stream is going to be next Saturday, 6 p.m. Mountain Time. We are on the off-season schedule, so I'm only streaming on Saturdays during this. We are going to be doing more Outbrk, if I am not mistaken. Yep, more Outbrk. The week after, I might fit in some Fantasy Life. It depends on what we're up to. Because Fantasy Life will be out in a couple of weeks. I'm excited for it. Alright, everyone. Take care. Keep being awesome. Keep being yourselves. Keep up with your hydration, your food, and all that good stuff. Rest if you need to. Till next time, we will see you later. The stats will be up on the website in less than an hour, I think, if things work. Alright, see you later. Bye.
Nice.